Hello everyone and welcome to the latest video from WhatAcca.com. This weekend is going to be the FA Cup semi-finals and a whole bunch of Premier League games. So I'm going to run you through the card, point you in the right direction of a really good betting tip and a correct score prediction for all of the games that are taking place. We're going to look at the FA Cup games first, and Saturday the 16th of April, Manchester City take on Liverpool in a humdinger of an FA Cup semi-final. We landed a 33-1 bet builder winner last Sunday when the teams met at the Etihad in the Premier League. We're going to put together a bet builder for this game as well. We are leaning towards Manchester City to win this game. They were the likely winners for most of the game at the Etihad last week. We just think at the prices they could get the better of a Liverpool side who rode their luck at times during the game in Manchester, and so Manchester City to win is our pick, but we do think both teams will score as well, so you could combine it with City to win, both teams to score. We'll go for something like a 3-1 win in favour of Pep Guardiola's side. Coming on to the Sunday FA Cup semi between Chelsea and Palace. Chelsea will be somewhat weary after 120 minutes of real exertion at the Bernabeu before exiting the Champions League in very cruel fashion. They go up against Crystal Palace here. We think they will get the job done over 90 minutes, but Palace are quite a lively side and certainly will be looking to take advantage of tired legs on the big Wembley pitch. Chelsea and both teams to score, yes, is our pick here. We're going to go for a 3-2 win to Chelsea. It could be a really exciting game, an exciting weekend of FA Cup action. Back to the bread and butter of the Premier League, and we start with the Saturday lunchtime encounter between Tottenham Hotspur and Brighton and Hove Albion. Spurs are winning games by enormous margins at the moment, and we expect this to continue despite the Seagulls having won at Arsenal last weekend. Tottenham's -1.5 goals is on the Asian handicap, looks like the best bet. Something like a Tottenham 3-1 victory maybe could be along similar lines here. They just have so much to recommend them. Antonio Conte has finally sort of got the team in the groove and they're winning games for fun. So yes, we'll go for Tottenham -1.5 on that one. Manchester United take on Norwich in the 3 p.m. Saturday kickoff, and we're going to go for Norwich +2 on the Asian handicap, so you would get your money back if they lost by 2 goals, and anything better for the Canaries, and you win with this bet. Manchester United are in a state of disarray as they have been for the majority of the season. It looks like Erik ten Hag is negotiating the final terms before he agrees to become the first team manager, but Ralf Rangnick continues for the time being. United were largely off the pace at Goodison Park last weekend, and we think Norwich are probably capable of maybe even getting a draw in this game. We go 1-1 scoreline. It's sort of I think Norwich will be buoyed by the fact that they beat Burnley 2-0. Southampton take on Arsenal. Arsenal are desperately needing to get a win to get back on track after consecutive defeats against Crystal Palace and Brighton. We think that both teams to score, yes, is the best pick here. Southampton were pummeled 6-0 at home to Chelsea last weekend and will be looking to steady the ship, and Arsenal are obviously going all out for wins. It could be something like a 2-2 draw here between the teams whose defence have been found wanting in the last few matches. Watford go up against Brentford. We've got quite a strong view on this one. We think Brentford will win the game at Vicarage Road. The ship has sailed as far as Watford's survival hopes is concerned after losing 3-0 at home to Leeds last weekend. Brentford are in a fantastic run of form at the moment. They have won a number of recent matches, including that 4-1 win at Stamford Bridge. They just look as though they're bursting with confidence as the season draws to an end. So we'll go for a Brentford victory, and we're looking at something like a 3-1 victory in favour of the Bees here, who can certainly be emphatic in front of goal. Moving on to Sunday's Premier League matches, there are a couple of games, and the first one of these is at St James's Park. Newcastle take on Leicester. We're going to back Newcastle to win this game. This is partially to do with the fact that Leicester had a Europa Conference League match on Thursday evening against PSV, and Newcastle didn't, and they should be fresher as a result. They haven't had a game since last Friday when they beat Wolves 1-0, and deservedly so. Leicester have certainly shown a lot of improvement both defensively and going forward in the last few weeks, but obviously this is just comes bad timing. There's not a huge amount to play for, and Eddie Howe's side might just have the edge here. We'll go for a 2-1 win for Newcastle. Finally, West Ham United take on Burnley. West Ham are another European Thursday night involvement, and they'll be sort of really focused on that game at Lyon, so they'll come into this game and with the aftermath of that, win or lose. They go up against the Burnley side, who were surprisingly beaten at Norwich last weekend after previously beating Everton. It's very important for Sean Dyche's team to sort of get that back down to brass tacks. We could see this game being very tight, very cagey. Still leaning towards the Hammers despite the fact they played against Lyon, so a West Ham 1-0 win, but under 2.5 goals is probably the best bet you can have for this game. Those are the FA Cup and Premier League predictions for this coming weekend. Head over to WhatAcca.com now. There are loads of tips that have been added up. They're all free. You can sign up for our email service and get free tips delivered to your inbox. We're going to have bet builders, we're going to have accumulators. It's going to be lots of fun this weekend, and hopefully we'll come out on top against the bookies with some of the selections that we've made. Have a great weekend, guys. Have a happy Easter, and always remember to gamble responsibly. And I'll be back next week with another exciting video of predictions and tips. Cheers for now.